Welcome back to 2 p.m. with the Trigger. Great to see you here today. We're always here to help you shine on camera, shine on stage. We're here to help you amplify you and your brand authority through the power of video and especially streaming content more and more. But today we're going to pick up a little bit on what we were talking about yesterday. If you have not seen yesterday's show, we were talking about episode 0 of podcasting. Wow. Did we get a response on that show yesterday? And they're still coming in. The power of having a well-done episode 0. You need to check it out. This is a streaming podcast as well, by the way. Check it out on our YouTube channel. Go to howtorockthestagemedia.com and you can catch it there as well. But yes, episode 0 is a big thing. But out of yesterday, we got questions right away. As right away, the chat is already lighting up. Feel free to come on in and join us as we have, look at this. Thank you, Kate, for dropping in there. And we are going to answer a question that came in yesterday about how do you monetize this thing called a podcast? Podcast is growing. It is a expanding industry now between the audio version that's been around and it's grown. Now the video streaming version of podcast, which I call streaming TV. And that was one of the questions yesterday as well that came in. We're going to get back into that discussion of what's podcasting and what's a show. I really prefer to create shows, and it was a great question. That will be coming up this week as well. But monetizing these shows, these podcasts, these audio things that we create, the video things we create, it's not as easy as you would like it to be. And especially if you're just on YouTube alone. YouTube for a very long time was about subscribers. That algorithm changed. I recently did a whole training course on the changes of YouTube. I'm going to be reoffering that again because it was so explosive for a lot of people. It's actually easier to grow your brand with the videos you have on YouTube and even monetize them. So we're going to revisit that very, very soon. But if you have a podcast, whether it's an audio podcast, a video podcast, monetize. I'm going to give you 5 simple keys here today to get you thinking at least about how you can make money off the content that you're creating. First one is obviously sponsorships and advertisements. Now, sponsorships is, I think, a better way to go than just straight advertisements. You have to get a show pretty high. Great fan base. You have to have a lot of downloads and followers, and to really get advertisements, it's hard unless you get yourself a local friend, another company, a partner that you're going to advertise. And one way of doing that is my show is called How to Rock the Stage. Okay, that's what I created my streaming show. My company is called Rock the Stage Media. If I didn't have the same name of a show, if I'd called my show something else, I could have Rock the Stage Media as a sponsor. I could have my own company be a sponsor. Now, reality is I'm not making any money, but perception is you have a sponsor right away, and it makes your show have a little bit more appeal as you go out and get actual sponsors. But get sponsors, get advertisers, people that will pay X amount of money per month to be on your show. Part of doing that, though, you have to decide how many mentions, how many times you're going to promote them. Currently, I have several on my show, How to Rock the Stage, and I give them an introduction at the very top of the show. I give them at the end of the show, and sometimes they will get a bonus mid-show, and we do a quick mention. They're not all of equal length, but they are of the value that I keep pushing them out and sponsoring and showcasing that they're helping to make the show possible. Advertisements is true advertising. You may have a commercial and you stop the show and you plug those in. There are ways on audio podcast platforms. Many of them will do dynamic insert advertisements for you. Again, most of them, you have to get to a certain level of fans, followers, but they will automatically insert the ad for you. You don't have to do anything. And they will help you know how to have a pause, a segment break, and they will insert those at the right time. Those are great ways to do it. And if you have any questions on those, please contact me and we talk more about that. Another way that's really growing is crowdfunding. There are several different platforms out there about crowdfunding. and Patreon has become a huge one. Crowdfunding itself is a platform. You set up a profile, you explain what your show is, and then people financially support you. Now, what you do with these is not just supporting the show, you kind of create your own community out of this. Often it's level 1, 2, and 3, and each level gets a certain gift, a certain opportunity to connect deeper with you. Some of the celebrities right now are doing autograph materials at the top level, autograph thing. But you can simply do your show and have your basic Patreon, and they will commit to it. Sometimes you give a bonus clip that's not in the actual edited version of the show, and they get bonus content. Sometimes at level 2 or 3, they can get into a group and have a group meeting with you, and that's an elevated way to get a higher level sponsor. Or maybe you do a one-on-one. But these are ways you can build that tier and have different levels of sponsors. Now, we're not talking hundreds of dollars per sponsor. These are like $5, $10, maybe $20 sponsors. But the idea is a volume of Patreons, a volume of people loving your content and committing to your show. And you do have a separate website. It's like a mini landing page, and people sign up, click, and become a member. Part of that trick is, as your show grows and grows, you want to mention your Patreon members by name. You want to field their questions by name. Just like I field your questions here on this show. If you were a Patreon member, I would literally say, Sue from Patreon is asking this question today. And it works really well. Again, if you want to learn more about that, there also are ways to literally put a QR code up on your screen. So my QR code that I was going to show you is, hey, let's just say this was my donation bucket. You could hit that QR code, hit the donation bucket, and it would be a simple way of letting people support your show with a donation. There's simple apps out there now that will do it. They might take a small percentage of the income, but it streams back into your bank account or into your PayPal, and you make a little revenue on it. By the way, this QR code right now is if you do want to get a call, talk more and learn more about what's going on, these different tips I give you every day. Here's a free, no-cost consultation. Hit the QR code, and let's talk to help you build up your brand and your media empire right here. So hit that QR code. So number 3 is affiliate marketing. Or joint venture marketing. JV is the term popping up more and more. You're going to want to hear and understand. You're affiliating with another program, with another podcaster, and with another media content provider, and you each have your own program, but you overlap and share. I have a great relationship with Market Appeal. Shannon Peel has appeared here on 2 p.m. with the Trigger many times now. We have Market Appeal symposiums. She's the creator. I'm the host and producer of those, and we collaborate together. So you can make affiliate relationships. And when she's on, I'll bring up a QR code that drives business to her. She has materials on Market Appeal that drives people to me. And it's a cross promotion that lets listeners know about both of you. It's an equal opportunity, but it is a way to drive more people your direction. So that affiliate marketing is a great way to do it. Kate, thanks for the feedback. Love the idea of giving the shout outs. Oh, yeah, giving the shout out, Kate, is a great way to do it. And if you do have a guest, one of the ways that many podcasters do it is the Patreons get to ask the question of the upcoming guest. So you notify your Patreons through your email list. I'm going to have Kate. Kate's going to be appearing on 2 p.m. live with me. And if you want to ask Kate a question, then they email them in. They send them in early. Or during my shows, we do it live. But that is a great way. You're right, Kate. And it's fun because people don't know who's going to get picked out, who's going to get selected. And it is another way to add the layer of participation, which you always want in your shows. And it's a way to monetize it because they're going to become a Patreon, a fan, a follower, a part of your community. There is another way of doing it. Step number 4 that I would recommend is that premium content and membership. Consider creating a premium or bonus content that's available only to your subscribers. Similar to what I was describing with Patreon, but this is like maybe behind the scenes episodes every week. Maybe you sit down and have a private bonus conversation that's only reserved for your paid content providers. Maybe you do something like this, where you literally do a how-to video or you do a discussion video that your special members only get this exclusive stuff. It's a higher level, it's more personal, but it is something you can build up and create as well. Thanks for the feedback. I love the people listening. Patty, tuning in here today. And again, keep asking the questions. Keep coming back because we do this every day at 2 p.m. And yes, we are growing a community as well with How to Rock the Stage Media. So thanks for the feedback coming in here today. Back to this membership idea. You can do so many different ways. You can get private access or early access. You want to do something really cool. Every week I do my How to Rock the Stage live show. I could add a membership-based opportunity here that they could have early backstage access. Let's say you're going to do a training course and you have a training course coming up. You could give early access or you could give a discount for being a part of your community. They automatically get a community discount for your live events or your special training events. This is how you grow and say, become a member, become a Patreon, become a content exclusive member, whatever way you come up with. There's these different layers and they become members, help fund your ongoing projects. But you have to make sure, this is the one part, you have to make sure you have something to give back, something to reward them. It can be simple. I now have products on the shop now at Rock the Stage Media. I could say for your first year of membership or your first 3 months membership, you automatically get my You're Muted mug. People love the mug. It could be one of those gifts you give. I have a You're Muted t-shirt because everyone forgets to unmute whenever they're on Zoom or Google Meet. So I've created products that are fun, that can promote me, can promote the show, but also you can give them away as bonus goodies for your members. Number 5, obviously, is live events. And of course, merchandise. I was just touching on that. When you do your live events, connect with your audience, monetize this as much as you can, sell tickets to the live recordings, to your workshops, special events. Make it niche specific, make it very direct to what they really want. That's why I take these questions. That's why I literally answer yesterday's questions. We're answering it today. I want you to feel like you're an integral part of what I do. I want to make this as personal and interactive as I can. So through your live events, even though you can't answer every question, you can't do everything at once, keep track of them and come back and say, we're going to do a special on this. We're going to address Susie's question tomorrow. Ted, your question's coming up on XYZ, and roll them into this in a way. And then, of course, you have that merchandise area. You need to go to the Rock the Stage Media, the website. Check out the merchandise we have there now. Check out the things that we have because it's going to keep growing. In fact, we are now adding to the Rock the Stage Media website store virtual backgrounds. We will make you your own customized virtual backgrounds to help you stand out from the crowd and make yourself look sharp, polished, professional, and brand-centric. These are some of the things you can do to help elevate yourself as well. And again, if you want to learn more, ask me personal questions off air. Drop me a line at rich@richbontrager.net. I would love to help you learn some of these tips and tricks to monetize, because monetization is the goal of everyone. Really, for the most part, you want to get rewarded for your hard work. You want to get rewarded for the content that you're creating. So monetizing your business virtually is where we all want to head and do. And podcasting is one of the most powerful ways to connect with your audience. Tomorrow, we're going to come back. We're going to have another question. We're going to grab it out of the mailbag. We're going to keep the conversation rolling. So don't miss it. 2 p.m. with the Trigger. We go live every day at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And again, we're always here to help you shine on camera, shine on stage, help you elevate you and your brand authority. Hey, and how would you like to be on a 2 p.m. live? We can help you be seen and heard right here. We can do an interview with you and discuss what you're doing, how you're doing it, and help you expand your reach through to your audience. Hit the QR code right there, and you can find yourself right here with the Trigger and reach out on multiple channels as we stream through Restream to reach a broader, bigger audience each and every day. Hey, that's going to do it for today. Thanks for dropping in and being here. We'll be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern time for 2 p.m. with the trigger. We'll see you then.